Up next, we have a comment from Nashville, Tennessee. He won an award. It was funniest person in Nashville in winter, and I think we were lucky to have him. I think it's gonna be a good. But anyway, his name's Mr. Riley Fox. Y'all please give him a round of applause. Come on.
All right. Another round of applause for Snacks hosting tonight. Also want to thank Jorge for cooling the crowd off for me. Thanks, buddy. I like Jorge. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. How you guys doing? You doing all right? Yeah? Cool. Normally I'm drinking something alcoholic when I'm on stage, but they don't have alcohol here, so I've got to Mr. Pibb. It's not quite the same. But I can't drink too much now anyway because I recently celebrated my birthday, and I'm young, so whenever I celebrate my birthday, all my friends want to do the drinking games, you know? So my last birthday, this is a game a friend of mine comes up with. He goes, "Here's what we're going to do, Riley. We're going to watch that show Jersey Shore on MTV, and every time a cast member says something stupid, you do a shot." Yeah, he died of alcohol poisoning in 12 minutes, so we don't really play that game anymore. It's not fun. So this Snack said, I am from Nashville, Tennessee. If any of you have never been there, if you ever go, be careful, because it's kind of a dangerous city. I'll give you an example. One time I was doing a show at a comedy club in Nashville, and before the show I was standing outside the place just minding my own business. This guy pulls up next to the club in his car, and he stops, he rolls his window down, and he goes, "Hey, who's performing there tonight?" It's like, "Actually, I am." He just goes, "Gay," and drives off. It's like, "Thanks for the support, Dad." Trying to live a dream, you know? Is that so much to ask? Yeah, but I live in Knoxville, Tennessee now. It's a couple hours east of Nashville, and Knoxville is it's weird because it's kind of a small town, but it has this really big ego about itself. Like, I don't know why. Like yesterday, I was walking around and I saw these two guys talking to each other. They were friends. One of them turns to the other and goes, "Yeah, that's how we do things down in Knox Vegas." How are you gonna compare Knoxville, Tennessee to Las Vegas, Nevada? You know, how does that work? It's like, what happens in Las Vegas stays in Vegas, right? What happens in Knox Vegas doesn't matter. Just have fun. I don't get it, man. Like that city, it just has this weird ego about it. Like, I saw an advertisement for this thing that they have there. This is 100% true. It's a thing called the Knoxville Bucket List. 365 things to do in Knoxville before you die. Thing number one on that list: get the hell out of Knoxville. That's right. There's not a lot going on, man. Not a lot at all. It's a weird city. A lot of weird, you know, backwoods folks and stuff. I was working at a bar in Knoxville for a while, about a year ago, and one day I went into the back office, like in the kitchen, and someone had pinned to the bulletin board a job application that someone had filled out, and there was a section that had been highlighted with a marker, and it was the question that asked, "Why did you leave your last employer?" And this person wrote, "I was kidnapped." And then in parentheses next to that they wrote, "We'll explain later." Yeah, you're probably going to have to clear that up, I think. The guy's not going to be sitting there interviewing, you're like, "Oh, it says here you were kidnapped from your last job. Well, let me ask you something. Did you cooperate with your captors?" "No, I was kidnapped. That means to be taken against my will, so no, I didn't cooperate with him at all." "Oh, wait, so we value cooperation and teamwork here at this establishment, so good luck to you elsewhere. Now get out." But I live in Knoxville because I'm a college student. I go to the University of Tennessee in Knoxville. I don't care. I'm a college student majoring in English. Thank you. It's the same reaction my parents gave me, just blank stares, like, "Good luck with that, buddy. We chose jobs." That's what we did. It's tough being an English major, man. People always judge you for it. One time this guy goes, "Why you studying English, boy? You talking it." You're not. Professor, seriously? Come on. You're supposed to help me out here, man. I'm an English major, which means I write a lot. And sometimes people ask me, well, what kind of stuff do you write? I'm like, oh, you know, IOUs, bounce checks, write a lot of those. The occasional haiku when I'm bored. Yeah. So, and the great thing about it is that I'm an English major and a stand-up comic. So basically what I'm trying to say is, can I borrow $20? I need gas money home. Seriously, guys. I mentioned that I do write a lot. I actually have a haiku I would like to share if you guys would like to hear. A little piece of writing. You guys want to hear some poetry? Some old poetry? This is a little ditty I scrawled. A little something called Ode to Poverty. It's a haiku called Ode to Poverty. $20, man. That's all I'm asking for. 20 fucking bucks. Thank you. That was Ode to Poverty. Thank you. That's college. Thing that gets on my nerves, though, are philosophy majors. Come on. Pick something real, please. I mean, the only reason I can, like, really hate on philosophy majors is because as an English major, philosophy majors are the only group of people I feel financially superior to. You understand? It's like that, it's the bottom of the food chain, brother. It's just bad. You know, I mean, what's every day in the life of a philosophy major? It's this. I'm broke. But why? Oh, right, it's because I'm a philosophy major, that's why. So simple. I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird things that I see on college campuses, man. The college students, other students, they just get on my nerves, man. Like, one thing that gets on my nerves is you know, these students who, like, just completely misuse hyperbole in conversation. Like, the other night, I was walking around, it was real late, it was dark, and I'm just walking around campus by myself, just, you know, on a walk, and I walk by this girl, she's talking on her cell phone to one of her friends, and as she's walking, she, like, trips over her own foot, she kind of stumbles a little bit, and then she regains her footing, and she goes back to her phone, and she goes, "Oh my God, the craziest thing just happened to me. I almost tripped and fell. I just tripped on myself. Is that not the craziest thing that could have happened?" No, that is not the craziest thing that could have happened at that. The craziest thing that could have happened is if she had tripped over her own foot and fallen mouth first on my dick. That would have been the craziest thing that could have happened. First of all, I don't know why I'd be walking around late at night with my dick hanging out in the middle of public. That's no way to... What kind of icebreaker is that? You know, like, oh, it's a nice breeze we have out here. Ah! It's no good, man. No good. No good at all. College students have egos too, man. It's weird. I don't get it. Like, I saw this guy walking around with a t-shirt that said, Harvard University. Like, Harvard, you could tell he had never been to Harvard in his life. Like, I don't know how he, like, it's like, how full of yourself do you have to be to wear a t-shirt advertising a place you've never even been to, you know? It's kind of like if I wore a t-shirt that just said, a vagina. Like, wait, what? Hold on, check his passport. See if he's got a visa stamp from an Asian chick or something. That can't be right. It's not good. I don't know. I don't know a lot of things, man. I'm beginning to realize how much I don't really know about the world. I was with a friend of mine recently. I saw a Jewish guy. He was wearing one of those hats, the yarmulkes, but he was wearing it on the very back of his head. Like, not on top, not on the corner, but on the very back of his head. I turn to my friend, I go, how does he keep that hat on his head? Like, is that like God's hand just holding it there? Like, hey, buddy, I got you, man. You're one of my special buddies. Yeah, you and me, man. I got your back. I don't know why God talks like that, but yeah! Woo! My friend's like, no, Riley, he's got a bobby pin sticking in the back. That's how it stays up there. Oh, well, sounds like somebody doesn't have faith. So now I'm looking for some new friends. He didn't like that too much. It's fun, man. It's fun going through life, though. I like names a lot. My name, again, is Riley Fox. I think that's a cool name, you know? Rolls off the tongue nicely. Riley Fox. I feel lucky to have such a cool sounding name, and I feel bad for people who don't have cool sounding names, you know? Like, a couple years ago, there was a guy running for governor in Tennessee. This was his name. Zach Wump. Zach Wump. Doesn't that name sound like noises from the 60s Batman show to you? You know what I mean? Like, hey Batman, there's some liberals trying to further progressive agenda. Let's beat them up. Pow, blam, Zach, Womp. Oh my God! You just saved Tennessee from the Democrats. Way to go, Zach! Because names are important, aren't they, man? Names can really make or break your place in life. I used to work with this guy. His name was spelled F-A-I-L-L. Fail. His name was Fail. Like, there is not a bigger metaphorical fuck you from two parents to a kid than to name their kid Fail. It's not even bad enough that his name was Fail, and it was F-A-I-L-L. They failed to spell Fail correctly. You understand? There's not a lot of hope in that family for some reason. I don't know why. But names are important, man. And the thing is, like, if you have, like, a really just, you know, crappy name, it's like, you're stuck with it, man. You're screwed. Like, I went to high school with a guy whose name was Boner. And that was his last name. Which means that for generations, all throughout history, there have been boners. There have been a lot of boners. You can probably go all the way back to the Middle Ages, the 1400s. Maybe you had King Boner the Ninth, and maybe you'd be having a big ceremony out in a town square, and maybe you'd be knighting some guy. Can you imagine being knighted by King Boner? Probably wouldn't use a sword, you know what I mean? That's a medieval dick joke right there, for those of you who didn't quite catch on. You're welcome. But names are important, man. They are. Like businesses, one of the most important things about businesses is what you name it. Because if you name it something good, it sticks in your mind. Conversely, if you name it something bad, it sticks in your mind. Like in my old neighborhood, there was a shoe store that was actually called The Athlete's Foot. Think about that for a second. Why would you name a business after disease associated with the product you're trying to sell, you know? It's kind of like going to a strip club called Cold Sores, you know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been a lot of fun. Please enjoy the rest of the show. My name is Riley Fox. Have a great night.